Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I've been seeing a lot of interest or renewed interest from a massive group here about M1 Finance, and that is just because when the stock market took a little dip there, people have really started looking at those dividend stocks and those big S&P stocks, and we're looking at how juicy they were going still up while all of our spec plays penny stocks were crashing down. Another reason why is I think that this is bringing a lot of people in. There's a free $30 just by funding your account. A lot of people do this, and you can do this. I have a link down below. You can do this, get $30 and then just take your money out, and a lot of people do that, but then once they get on the platform they stay hooked, and I don't blame them. Now I actually just liquidated my positions because I'm going to be switching up my strategy here on M1. I only have $1,000 in there anyways, but I did liquidate it a bit, and we're going to work on how we can create a new pie, how the pie system works, how M1 Finance works in a more advanced way. So let's get into this. I want to show you guys exactly how M1 Finance works and everything about it. So first, I just want to show you how the pie is set up right now. I have it all on dividend things. So this is dividend ETFs. There's just ETFs of dividend stocks. This is dividend blue chips. So these are all blue chip companies that pay dividends. Additionally, we have REITs. So I only have like 3 REITs here, but I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. So what you're looking at right now is the portfolio. So you have this one portfolio, and you can name it whatever. I just have it as purely a dividend portfolio because that's what I think M1 really is really good at. But now you might be asking, how do I add stocks? Well, you could just add stocks in here and then just have like the list will be like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. And you could have them go down all the way here and slice them up like that. But instead, what we like to do is put them into categories based on what they are. So for example, here, we're going to head up here, hit the research tab, and there's a lot of options here. You can look at the stocks, you can look at funds, you can even look at expert pies. You can follow hedge funds if you wanted to, like Berkshire. So that's an option, but we're going to be focused on our own pies. So once we do this, we'll see every pie we've ever created. So I want to hit create new pie. And in this example, we'll just do growth tech stocks, for example. So we can just go with the top, 5 here, basically all of them, maybe even Alibaba. It doesn't matter. I'm not telling you what stocks to buy. This is just showing you how the pies work. Now, once we do that, once we're happy with here, we could always adjust this, but just hit add right here. And now you will see that you have 7 slices here, all at 15%, basically 15, 15, and then 14's down the list. And now we're going to want to hit edit. So since we did all tech stocks, let's just go ahead and name that what it is. Tech stocks. We can add a description here. High growth tech stocks. Okay. And now we want to just adjust this pie specifically to how we want everything down. So I'm very high on, let's say, Amazon, not so much on Facebook, not so much on Tesla. Once again, this is just an example. This isn't actually how I feel about these companies, but let's just say that's how we feel about them. So there we go. We have our high tech growth stocks, and now we need to add it to our portfolio. So we could add it right here, and we can allocate however much space we want. So if I do this as 10% and this as 60%, so we have it like this, I'm not actually going to do that. But I want you to think of this as like, okay, so it's 10% of the total portfolio. So if I were to put $100 in here, 10 of the dollars would go into this tech stock portfolio, and then they're going to subdivide based off of our ratios inside of there. So that means that $10 is going to be divided by all of these companies. So that $10 times 0.2, we're going to bring $2 into this one, $2 into this one, $2 into this one, and then $1 into every other one. Now, as for dividends, when you get paid out dividends, this is something that I like. We can go into my I guess it would be activity here, but you're going to see a long list of dividends. And this is why I'm kind of simplifying my portfolios, because I'm getting a lot of dividends, but they're all like for 10 cents, for example. So I would rather keep it small while I have a little money and then grow it as I see it growing. But let's just say these are higher numbers. All of these are real numbers, by the way. And let's say every single one of these were paying us $10 instead of 10 cents. So that would be like $120 right here. And what's going to happen is this is going to go into your cash balance. Once you have that in your cash balance, you can deploy this money however you see fit, or you could hit auto invest. If you hit that, then you are going to have this money just be distributed into your pie. So every time you deposit money, if you want to deposit money and create a transfer, you could do that. But if this were the case, we would see that $120 is now our cash balance, and it could be redeployed. And this is the advantage compared to, say, like Fidelity, Robinhood, any of those. They have dividend reinvestment, where if you have 100 shares of AT&T, they pay 30 cents per $30. It's going to buy another share of AT&T. With this, it's going to buy, if you had that same AT&T share, it's going to buy into every single stock you have. So it really keeps you honest. It really keeps people on track on what they're really trying to do, and it kind of kicks out the emotions to investing. So there's no emotions left in it anymore. It's really just all about fundamentals and how you see the company's fit. So in this situation, I like to have my ETFs really high because I want a lot of money into ETFs. Whenever I'm doing a more passive account like this, where it's just really safe stocks, I'm not investing into any Teslas or anything like that, no penny stocks, nothing on the M1 account. It's best to just make it as passive as you possibly can. So what I've noticed from doing this, I started this in like October and then started putting $50 a week in here. And additionally, if you guys do want to use the referral link there, you could also refer people once you have done that. And then you get $30 as well. So anytime you guys use that link, I get $30 as well. So I was putting 50 in, and then some weeks I was just not doing the 50, but I was getting like 30 from you guys using the link, which is very helpful. So thank you very much. But I noticed that this return it didn't feel as extreme as it was, but we got 20% in less than like 5-6 months, which is incredible to me. It's also kind of just goes with the time of the market. It's very, very rampant right now. But I love the way that this feels. I love that I don't have to do much for it, and it just kind of works on autopilot, buys the shares I want. And anytime I'm tired of one of these stocks, I could just come in here, edit, and then take it off. Once you put this at 0, it will remove it. It'll liquidate it. As long as you keep it at 1, it's not going to sell anything. But one thing it will do to you is it won't be adding any more until all of these other ones are much higher, because now you only want 1% allocation here. So you're going to have to reallocate somewhere else. So that's the way that I go about that anytime I want to do that. But yeah, that's how you set up pies in M1 Finance. Hopefully this helped in any way. If it did, subscribe to the channel. Help us get up to 3K subscribers. We're at like 2.6 right now. Highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And remember to keep it green.